She was lying in pain, but they only cared about views. Two girls were enjoying their meal on a restaurant when suddenly they heard a loud thud. They turned around and saw a woman lying on the ground next to her scooter, crying out for help. Instead of rushing to her aid, they pulled out their phones and started recording. Why? Because pain gets views. Because suffering sells on Facebook. They watched her struggle and felt nothing, except excitement over how many likes they would get. But someone else was watching too. A poor woman collecting garbage by the roadside had seen everything. She dropped what she was doing and ran toward the scene. "Have you lost your minds? Help her! What is wrong with you?" She scolded them so fiercely that they quietly slipped away, ashamed. Then, without hesitation, this poor woman knelt down beside the injured girl. She lifted her up, stood her scooter back on its wheels, put her shoe back on her foot, and gently helped her stand. She stayed by her side until the injured girl finally said, "I'm okay now, thank you." Only then did she feel at peace. As she turned to leave, she said softly, "If you need anything else, I'm right here." The injured girl tried to hand her money. She refused. No, these dollars will ruin my reward with God." No matter how much the girl insisted, she would not take a single rupee. She simply smiled, offered her prayers, and walked away. But the injured girl could not let it go. She ran quietly behind her, and when the poor woman wasn't looking, she slipped a large sum of money into her garbage bag. Later, when the woman reached into her bag and felt the notes, she froze. She sat down on the roadside, stared at the money, and wondered who it could be from. She looked around, but there was no one in sight. Then the tears came. Not tears of sorrow, but tears of pure gratitude, because that money was enough to carry her through an entire month. This is a reminder for all of us. The woman who helped had nothing. No wealth, no status, no phone to record. But she had something far more valuable. A heart that still felt someone else's pain. The girls with full plates and charged phones had everything, yet they felt nothing. If this story moved you, share it so that someone else is reminded today that kindness costs nothing. And ask yourself, if you had been on that rooftop, which person would you have been? Drop your answer in the comments. Let's talk.